Well, welcome back to Virginia This Morning, live on CBS 6. This next guest knows how to eat healthy and lose weight. She lost 125 pounds and has kept it off. Recently, she shared her tips that can help you live healthy and well in 2021. Take a look.
Our next guest has mastered the art of good cooking and preparing delicious, crowd-pleasing meals that are friendly for your wallet and friendly for that waistline, too. Best-selling author Brittany Williams joins us this morning to talk about her new cookbook. It's called Instant Loss on a Budget, super affordable recipes for the health-conscious cook. We welcome her back to Virginia this morning. Brittany, it's great to see you.
Thanks so much for having me.
It is absolutely our pleasure. Look, we're starting 2021 and you have 5 cost-saving strategies to send our way and obviously some great ideas on some delicious creations.
Absolutely. So the first thing that I recommend is that you ditch the diet. A lot of times we try to prescribe to these new fad diets and they end up costing us an arm and a leg and then we don't stick with them anyway. It's a recipe for disaster in our pocketbook. 2, we need to focus on shopping the outside perimeter of the grocery store. When we shop on the inside, a lot of times what we're shopping for is convenience. And a lot of that convenience food is not only more expensive, but it's also more processed. So we can just weed those things right out. In addition, things like meat and dairy can be some of the more expensive things in the grocery store. So figuring out how we can incorporate more plant-based ingredients in our diet that may be a little, I know everybody's gonna cringe, a little bit higher in carbohydrates, but we have to we have to kind of get that out of our mentality because it really is. It's a lie that the diet industry has sold to us. You can continue to eat carbohydrates and still be healthy. I lost 125 pounds in 1 year, and I did so while eating bread and eating rice and eating all of these delicious foods that you see in front of me that are higher in carbohydrates. But carbohydrates aren't bad for us. They're just a unit of energy. And so when we begin to learn more about nutrition, we can begin to kind of demystify these things and see where maybe there were some truths in some of the diets that we follow, but maybe there were some things that we didn't have to do. Maybe it was just a marketing ploy. So I talk about all of that in my book, Instant Loss on a Budget. In addition, I also give you the tools to have success yourself.
It sounds fantastic. Ditch the diets. You can incorporate those carbs back in. Don't be afraid, even though I know a lot of folks are afraid by that sentence going out there. You've got strategies in this manual, if we treat it that way, about shopping smarter and making strategic choices when you do shop.
So one of the things that I do is I tend to shop at big bulk stores where I can buy things in larger quantities, and I'm going to pay a fraction of the cost when it's all divvied out. So I like to utilize stores like Sam's Club and Costco. I like to buy a lot of ingredients in bulk, and you're also going to waste less because instead of maybe buying like 2 cans of black beans I'm going to buy a huge 5-pound bag of dried black beans, and I can utilize things in my ingredients or in my kitchen like an electric pressure cooker, which not only is going to save you time, but it's also going to save you a lot of money.
Absolutely. And as you plan those meals out, when you are making strategic choices about shopping smarter, it all comes together and you capitalize on using Instant Loss as a manual for getting those meals together.
Absolutely. I have meal plans for a family of 4 for under $90 a week. Most of the time, you're only going to be spending about $75 a week, which I think that everybody can get on board with.
You mentioned that electric pressure cooker, which is really a hidden gem in the kitchen. As with most things, our show producer knows what I need before I do, and she gifted one my way. And once I started using it, it was a game changer.
So 2 of my biggest complaints when it came to eating healthy was number 1, it's too expensive, and number 2, I don't have the time. And I'm not somebody who likes to prepare a lot ahead of time. I'm kind of a serial procrastinator. So when it comes to taking things out of the freezer and thawing them, I was always forgetting. But this kind of solves that problem. You can throw your frozen ingredients right in and have dinner in under 30 minutes, which is super beneficial for busy families.
It really is. It has been a pleasure talking with you, best-selling author Brittany Williams. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
It is our pleasure, and we'll be sure to share all the information. Best of luck to Brittany on that new cookbook. We'll have a link on our website later today, WTVR.com/VTM, so you can learn more about instant loss. We'll be right back with more.